Tanderagee 100 was the one that the crowds were waiting for. Archibald lining up alongside McNally and Jackson on the front row.
And the Tanderagee 100, the big race of the day, gets underway. The 750 men now out in the front of the grid. In the other open race they had to start from the second batch, but it's Jackson who sets the pace from James Courtney and Adrian Archibald as they appear. Look at the wiggle that Courtney gets there as he powers the 750 Honda. Fourth place it's Richard Brittian into Marleycoo for the first time. Jackson leads. The rest of the field streaming through here, the 250s, who will be battling out this time for the lesser places. Down the Cabra straight to come, and it's Jackson from Courtney, from Archibald, from Brittian. Then it's the first of the 250s there into Castle Corner. Jackson leads from Courtney, from Archibald, from Brittian. At Cooley Hill, it's Courtney now who leads, but he gets a big wiggle there as he comes round the right-hander. Jackson in second place. Courtney goes straight on Allen.
Yeah, no way James was going to recover from that. Got totally out of shape at the top of the hill. Couldn't get the brakes on. It was goodbye. He's up the slip road. We'll have to turn round now and join in at the tail end of the pack. Ryan Farquhar there just going through behind Dennis McCullough, and James still hasn't reappeared. Here he is now. A lot of work to do, Harold.
And no doubt the red mist will be down now, and it certainly is, because he screws the neck off the Tilston Honda. Jackson now in front again, ahead of Adrian Archibald and Richard Brittian. Down the Market Hill Road, flat out. The 750 against the 620s of the two men behind him. Jackson, the wide line into Bell's Crossroads. Adrian Archibald second. Richard Brittian on the Schimmel Honda in third place. So a three-horse race now. James Courtney having a lot of ground to make up as they go across the start-finish line. Up round the right-hander at Paddock once again. A lovely shot there as the second and third place man battled out on the 620 machines. And look at Brian Gardner. He goes through on the inside of Gary Dines, and at Bell's Crossroads we have another hit from Alan.
Yeah, Stevie Nugent there just clipping the back off Alan McDonald as he came in. Alan was running up alongside Dean Cooper, but Stevie looks okay. Just been attended to there by the marshals. Fuel spilling out of that machine, so the marshals anxious to get it away, and the fire extinguisher there at the ready. And here we see it again in slow motion, just onto the back wheel. No way back from there, and Stevie was off at Cookstown last week. Let's hope he doesn't make it free in his next outing.
And back at the front is still Jackson from Archibald, closing up on the brakes. Archibald concentrating hard there. He has a quick look over his left shoulder there at Marleycoo to see Richard Brittian is still there, losing a little bit of ground. Then it's Brian Gardner and Dines still battling it out. And again we see the rest of the field streaming through as James Courtney now trying to make up all the ground that he had lost in that mistake at Cooley Hill. He is really pushing that 750 to the limit as we see Jeff Downey coming down into the corner. He has a look, but the back wheel slides right round. Another one for you, Alan.
Yeah, classic high side there for Jeff Downey. Just picks himself up, dusts himself down. Let's see it again in slow motion. There it is, goes round. Jeff's over the top, almost back up onto his feet. I think we'll give that in a 5-9, Harold.
Certainly, and Jackson still leads from Archibald. At the front, it's the 750 from the 620 of Archibald, who's not giving anything away. Then we see Brian Gardner hanging on in there. And then it's Gary Dines, and there's James Courtney up to fifth place ahead of Ryan Farquhar and Dennis McCullough and Owen McNally, all in the 250s. Derek Young and another of the 620 Hondas. So James Courtney on the charge after that mistake at Cooley Hill. But Bob Jackson still leads. Flat out there ahead of Adrian Archibald. Richard Brittian still hanging in there in third place. A big battle ahead for James Courtney as we see him come down now, Alan.
And there you see the speed differential between the 750 at 150 miles per hour plus, simply leaving Gary Dines there behind in his wake as he charges down the Cabra straight towards Castle Corner.
Gary Dines on the 250 having to give way to the big capacity machine. And it's Jackson Archibald at Bell's Crossroads.
I'm just wondering, Harold, if Bob Jackson is handling problems, because Archibald appears to be closing in on him and Jackson's moving about a little bit, so we'll keep our eye on that.
They're right on to the last lap now, and there's Courtney. Pulls the air with the front wheel, going up the gearbox every time he selects a higher gear. You can see the front wheel come up into the air. He's up round the right-hander there at the Paddock Bend at over 125 miles per hour. Back at Cooley Hill, it's still Jackson from Archibald right on his back wheel. And as you say, Alan, he may have a handling problem because on the twistier bits he seems to be able to make up the ground. Richard Brittian still holding on to third. And then we look back to see James Courtney come down now in 4th place. This is where he made the mistake. He doesn't make any this time. He throws the 750 right on its side. Ahead of Brian Gardner now in the 4th position. There's Jackson and Archibald still at it. Hammer and Toggins. Down the Market Hill Road for the last time. A back marker in front of them. Can he make a difference as they come down into Bell's Crossroads for the last time? Where's Archibald? He must have got caught back. Something has happened to Archibald. He hasn't appeared. Bob Jackson has a look to see where he is as the checkered flag goes out. Where is Archibald? No sign of him yet. There he comes into shot. He's out of petrol by the look of things. He's wiggling the machine from side to side. He steps off. Starts pushing towards the line. Is he going to hold on to that 2nd place that he has held throughout? Pushing towards the line. There's Brittian. He's through to pass him. He moves up to 2nd place. Archibald still pushing over the line. Must be heartbreaking this for him. Courtney coming through now. A big wheelie. He gets past him as well before he goes across the line. Any more to come, and there's Brian Gardner. He gets ahead of him as well. A really heartbroken Adrian Archibald slips from 2nd to 5th without petrol.
So an unfortunate end there for Adrian Archibald, being passed on the line by Brittian, Courtney and Gardner. But no doubt about the winner, Bob Jackson, having a good day at Tanderagee.
Yeah, we've either got some bad tyres on or the suspension's gone off because it was handling terrible. Front end was tucking under, the back end was sliding, but it's made me work hard, a bit harder, so yeah.
At times Adrian Archibald did seem to catch up with you.
Yeah, I've caught a few back markers up as well. That held us back a bit because my throttle was sticking a bit and I wasn't quite sure getting close up to anybody in case it stuck and I touched him, so yeah, I just rode steady away.
So man of the meeting at Cookstown and I presume man of the meeting at Tanderagee. It's been a good week for you.
It's a good start, isn't it?
Just as I come up to the last corner, the bike started running out of petrol and just stopped and had to get off and push it over the line. So I think I finished up about 4th or 5th place.
So who do you blame for that mistake?
Don't know. I take the blame.
Adrian can still smile, and the victory in the Classic took Bob Jackson's tally for the day to 2 wins, a 2nd and a 3rd. Dennis Gallagher from Glasgow took 2nd place, Bill Swallow 3rd. So the last lap at Tanderagee, and the spectators left with lots to talk about.
Certainly the riders produced the goods today, and we as a club hope that we would like to see them back next year, and we will do our best to make the racing good for them as well.